The average Joe, and I know we've been off for 1 week, but we had a show last week. So we will wait for a couple people to jump on. And while we are waiting, we're going to go ahead and get this party started. So hang tight.
I'm always up on time, down on my luck. Got a brand new payment on an old worn out truck. And Papa told me back when I was 9, someday this farm, it'll be all mine.
And we are back to the Home of the Average Joe podcast, and we are live on the air. And Mr. Jimmy Siletto, what is up, my friend? Hey, that was an awesome gobbler that you took there, my friend. Pretty cool stuff. So, guys, without further ado, I know we were 1 week short, so we are going to wait to get that party started. We couldn't miss another week. My son reminded me, Dad, your streak was broke. So old Dad had to change that, and hopefully we can get this party started and get a couple people on here and reminisce about what's been going on the last 2 weeks. So without further ado, again, if you didn't see it, you didn't get an opportunity to go to it. The Brown County Hunting and Fishing Expo show, I think overall was a fairly good show. I think we had a lot of good meet and greets, I'll call it. But really, for me, the biggest thing that we got to do was to give back to the kids. Which, keep in mind, we still are going to have one more for the youth that could not make it to the show. So we'll get to that without further ado. But we actually ended up giving away 3 different prize packages. We gave away, the one big one that we talked about that had everything there. We also gave away like 2 little fishing tackle boxes and some hats and stuff. But again, I think that really was, out of everything, besides getting to, shake the hands and talk to some people that had been part of HRX for a long time, and or that had just been a long time customer of HRX. So not only did I get a chance to meet, greet, shake the hands of family, both new and far, but really got to make the kids' day. And I think that really was, more than anything, what that show was all about. We got an opportunity to meet Echo, who is a deer recovery dog. That dog is something else. Those people were super nice. We also got an opportunity to meet the guy for Deer Creek Blends, Cameron, super good dude. Again, it's one of those things when you're at a show and you're there for a couple days, the old adage of like, be nice to your neighbor, not really be nice to your neighbor, but like, number one, they had a dog. So that was the booth immediately next to us. And then Cameron had this buck that Hunter held, I think scored 193 inches. So between big antlers and dogs, those tend to play into fact. JDT, what is up, my brother? You are one of those familiar faces that has been a longtime HRX family member. It was just great to reminisce, get back together, shake hands, and like you said, we gotta do something about that to make sure that happens more often. But again, I thought that show, for what it was, for kind of how it was a good break-in show. So, guys, if you see small shows, I'm going to say probably right now within the kind of like Southwest, maybe Southeast Ohio area, that's kind of where we're going to stick. Maybe we'll venture a little bit up north, maybe an hour and a half radius. If you see those shows, those are the types of shows that we want to be involved in. Mr. Bob Carey, what is happening, my brother? Hopefully you are having a good weekend. But yeah, no, those are the types of shows that we want to be involved in. And if you didn't see it, so between the show and between Ohio Youth Turkey Season opening this weekend, we decided to update the website. And for those of you that may or may not have noticed, this is one of the hats. But we put 6 brand new style hats on the website. We also put our 2 new shirts that we teased about. Whatever was left over of those are on the website. So there is a King of Spring shirt that my kids have wore to school, that JDT said his son Kyle wore. A lot of people like that King of Spring shirt. So if you haven't seen it, you want to take a peek, make sure to jump on there and take a peek. The other shirt that we released, and the main reason I want to make sure you guys know about it is because, so Stan, for those of you that don't know, he does the content and stuff behind the scenes, as far as like if you see a video come up and pop up on the website, if it's one of our like hunting related videos, most of the time those are videos that he's edited. So those are videos that he puts up. Well, Stan went ahead and designed this Hunting RX shirt, which on the front says Hunting RX, on the back says Home of the Average Joe's. And again, it's in one of my, oh, buddy, look at that. We got Jimmy says he needs one. Sonny, what's up, brother? I know you laid a gobbler, so congratulations. Kyle Thor laid a gobbler. We got Nathan Langster was chasing him. We were chasing him. There's a lot of turkey hunters on this podcast right now that are talking about those types of things. But I'm glad you found it, Mr. Nathan Langster, because we were missing you, buddy. We almost sent out a search brigade only because of the fact that I know Facebook doesn't play nice with you sometimes. But no, so seriously, back to that Hunting RX shirt. That Hunting RX shirt. So if you look at the word Hunting RX, it has silhouettes in the wording itself, that those silhouettes are all either Hunting RX people and or Hunting RX pictures. So talk about like having a backstory. That shirt not only represents Hunting RX, but it represents the entire family. So pretty cool stuff. I think it's cool. I could be a little biased, but again, I think it's cool because of the heritage that it brings with it. Mr. Doug Light, what is happening? Nathan, I don't know about royally. I mean, you may have had a little fun with one today. You may have scared the you know what out of one today. Jimmy says he's back at it in Illinois tomorrow. So good luck, Jimmy. Yeah, and then two. So I was gonna say, so JDT's son took one, Jimmy took one, Sonny took one, Doug took one, Nathan scared the tail feathers out of one. So it was good. It was definitely good. Mr. Doug Light, we may or may not have already put you down for one because you said you wanted one, and it is on the way. So be prepared, my friend, because that King of Spring that you asked for is coming your way. Mr. Bill Egner, that guy right there. So going back to the show, and we're going to kind of get into that. The only thing we really so far have talked about, and we haven't even talked about two of the other things, but talking about the people that showed up to make that show possible was amazing. So Bill volunteered end to end, beginning to end, however you want to call it. He helped us set up. He helped us tear down. He made the ride there and back fun along the way. I didn't have to, sing tunes to myself and keep myself company. Mr. Bill kept me company. And then on Saturday, we just had an absolute amazing group of people that came and supported. So we had the Blue Collar Boys, like we told you. So Nathan and his son Kane were there. We had Anthony Depofanio. We had John Baldwin. You were not useless. You didn't let me get to you yet. But Nathan had came out with it. And if you haven't seen it, so if you're into filming, it's this pad that basically is waterproof to help protect your camera. And with that being said, It can double as a pad for your butt if you're hunting turkey. Very useful. Make sure to get on the Blue Collar Boys page and check that out. But yeah, so those are the Nathan and his son came, were there. They made the trek in the morning and then drove back that night. There was no rest for the wicked with them boys. But again, what makes these shows fun is the people that show up, that you get a chance to talk to, that you get a chance to reminisce with, that you get a chance to do things that you don't normally get to do every day. I mean, like I may talk to Doug or Nathan or Bob or Bill or any of these guys on the phone, via text message, whatever, Facebook. I talk to a lot of people. As my wife says, I'm a social butterfly. But I genuinely enjoy just being able to have that in person, show up, handshake, bro hug, whatever you want to call it. It's fun. It's what makes, I think, the hunting industry special, in the aspect of that's what's missing is the true interactions and the true I don't know, camaraderie, or however you want to say it. But that is truly what makes it special. And I think that those are the things that we want to try to key in on more, and try to make sure that we are doing more and doing those things. So again, guys, if you got ideas and you got concepts and you got things that you'd like to see, Sonny, we may have to try to figure something out, buddy, because you've talked about it a lot. But right now, I don't have any property of my own, so it would be all state bound and down, buddy. But definitely, you have been a long time HRX family member as well, and we definitely appreciate it. And good luck in chasing bird number 2 and getting your wife after her first gobbler. But as far as the show goes, so if you were there, JDT will tell you, because he noticed it right away. We had a couple things hanging on the tent that we had not had hanging in a long time. And we're jacked up to have them back as part of the Hunting RX family. And it is the JuJu and JuJu Jr. are back. Now, the JuJu Jr. is the only one on the website currently. I need to get the JuJu Wick back up. I will have it back up. There was a little bit of change in how it was made, just to make it easy. But yeah, dude. So stay tuned. The JuJu Wick will be back. The JuJu Jr. is already back. And again, that's just the kind of icing on top of the cake of how it went. But yeah, I mean, the kids were straight hustling. So Kane, Vin, Hunter, Harper, when she wanted to join the crowd, we're all having contests of who could sell more, do more. And it was funny because they were calling dibs on customers and whose customer. And really, like the best part was like when they were trying to get the kids into the youth contest, and it was free, and like people were thinking like, okay, hey, how much you trying to get out of me? And then the funny thing is they get them in on the youth contest, and then they'd be like, oh, hey, by the way, but there's more. And I don't know where my son learned to be such a social butterfly, but I tell you what, between the three of them, there wasn't any person that was coming within 2 foot that wasn't getting a magic trick, or wasn't getting said hi to, or wasn't getting said, hey, are you a man of chance, or would you like to see a magic trick? It was pretty unreal to see. And it was funny because it was a competition to them, and they had a good time, and they did those things. John Campbell and JW, what is happening? So it looks like we are up to 10 people. So I'm just going to do a quick recap. Only the quick recap that I'm going to do is basically like, hey, we told you there was a lot of cool things coming at the show. All but one of those things has made it to the website. The 2 new shirts, the 6 hats, and the JuJu Jr. is on the website. The JuJu Wick will be on the website. We have about 30 pre-made, ready to roll, just in time for mock season. But we are going to be pushing hot and heavy as far as trying to make sure that we get people in front of deer and doing things. We want we want to help the average Joe and the blue collar worker be successful, and that's what we are set out to do. Um, s- Installing Starlink. So John Campbell, you have to let me know because I know you say pain in the butt, but is it a pain in the butt because of where you live, or is it a pain in the butt because of Starlink? Because they're talking about putting our mobile service vans at the Ford store I work at on Starlink. So I'd be curious to know. Uh, Brother, that's okay. Hey, fire season, you're out there doing um Sonny, I don't know if I've added up your total score yet, buddy. But it's gonna be bird weight. Um what up, Mr. T Bone? But it'll be bird weight plus beard length plus spur length. And I think I let me see if I have it. Because I thought I had that all added up, and I could be wrong here. Boom, 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 boom. So 16 plus 3/4 plus 7/8 plus 19 pounds. All right, so hold on, I'm going to try to do this. 19.06 plus 0.75 plus 6. So, Sonny, if I did the math right, and again, this is quick math, T-Bone, I decided to do it last minute. So, buddy, I knew it was cutting season. I didn't know what you had going on, so I apologize. I will definitely not leave you out because, as you can see, I'm flying solo too, buddy. So I would have gladly had you sitting right here on the right hand side, and we could have the two of us reminiscing about the show. Um, Jason straight off the leprechaun. And I tell you what, man, that dude right there makes some mad deer feed. Yep. So what you do add both length and yeah. So you got 6. So it was 10 and 6. Um, so that's 16 plus your 19.06 pounds plus 3/4 and 7/8, buddy. So it comes out to 36.69. And I don't know. You'll have to look. I think, well, here, hold on. We'll just look it up because I think right now Jimmy is leading because I did update it. And I actually have to update the youth one because Kyle had just taken over the youth one for that one. So give me just a second. I'm going to go here and I'm going to see what the current leader is. So that way we know. So Jimmy's current total score for his bird is 38.64. Yours was 36.69. So yeah, so that is definitely solo when that goes. But I think it's just more so, like I said, it's really close, buddy. But we did add in both beards. John Campbell, when you're solo, you bring in the radio voice. Hey, John, I got to try to have some fun. I got to mix it up a little bit because you guys don't have no 4 different people to talk to, but definitely have a little bit of fun with it. But I try to have, honestly, I just try to let it come as natural. Sometimes I get low with it, as I roll through it, depending on what I'm talking about. But yeah, it definitely may or may not come out there, John Campbell. So I appreciate you noticing the hard work and effort that I put into that radio voice when I'm solo to make this entertaining. Um, T-Bone, no worries, buddy. I knew you were messing with me. That's why I said it. Jimmy did shoot a tank, buddy. That bird was pretty cool. Congratulations to everyone who has harvested. Kind of reminds me of the Wolfman Jack. If you youngins remember him, I have to head out, y'all. Game planning in the morning. All right, Jimmy, good luck in the morning, buddy. Definitely appreciate you being here. And again, lay the smack down, drop the hammer, and if y'all are part of the Hunting RX staff, it's Can't Stop the Flop Tour 2026. So that is what we're naming it. Can't Stop the Flop Tour 2026. So when you see all those harvests and hero picks on the main page, that's what I want you to pop in your head is Can't Stop the Flop. So now, Doug, you're going to have to make me look that up because I have not an idea. And youngins, do you see all this gray and white hair? Do you see that, Doug? That definitely is something different. But yeah, so guys, stay tuned because so here's the plan. So if you pay attention to our social media and our mainstream stuff, we definitely try to make sure that we get everybody on there. The one thing I will tell you is my goal is to make sure that I want to only do one harvest and or hero picture a day. And here's the reason why. So I may or may not get behind and have to extend it, but I do that because of the fact that I want everybody to have their day, whether it be at night, whether it be a full 24 hours. Basically, I'm just trying to make sure that everybody gets their own day, their own spotlight, because again, you worked hard for that. You had the opportunity to go out and seal the deal and do something special, and it was pretty cool, in my opinion, to be able to share that with you. And I think that honestly, as part of the for at least 4 minutes, brought to you by the best radio voice, I appreciate it, man. Hey, like I said, I got a voice for TV. Is that how it goes? Whatever the opposite is. So instead of having a face for TV, I got the voice for TV. But no, seriously, I think that that's the cool part. And where I was going with that is so the part about running this Average Joe turkey contest and doing that is getting to see. There you go, Sonny. There you go. But no, the cool part of that Average Joe contest is getting to see everything roll in. So whether you're part of the HRX family or if you're just a part of the contest or you're a longtime follower or you've been one of the longtime customers that just follow along and part of the family that way. Because so not only do we have the HRX staff family, but we have longtime customers that are part of the family that they support us through and through. They share all those different posts and do all those different things. And it's pretty cool. Hey, Bob, just so you know, I am 38 years old or yeah, something like that. 38 years old, gonna be 39. So I am old. JW. So I definitely know that feeling because here's the funny thing. So Ohio, so youth season opened yesterday. Okay. If you know the manager, the manager was out there. He wanted to make sure that he was out there chasing them Thunder Chickens or the Kings of Springs. And he did his very best chasing them. But it was 71 degrees when we left home on Saturday morning at like 5:30. Okay. 71 degrees. And I think that it was crazy because so 71 and then torrential downpour started, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. So we didn't get a chance to hunt the full time frame, whatever. No big deal. It was an epic opening day. We got to hear gobbles to start. They moved away from us. Okay. Q day 2, which was today. And it was 36 degrees when we left home at whatever, 5:35, I think it was this morning when we left. And I think it's funny how fast Mother Nature changed its weather. And let me tell you, the difference in the woods, though, was insane. Because yesterday we heard a little bit of gobbling, right? So I will tell you that today we had like nonstop gobbling for 45 minutes. And this kid has been like just sitting there shaking. Like you could hear him. And they were clearly with a hen. They were moving in and out of the woods. And you can tell that when they flew off the roost, they went the other way and the hen took them. but it was hilarious because, as some of you have heard this already, because we made a couple phone calls on the way home. Hunter said today was his best day turkey hunting and his worst day turkey hunting. Okay. So it was his best day because of 45 minutes long of nothing but gobbles. And it had the heart to pump him. Okay. So it was worst day of turkey hunting because he had 5 minutes left of shooting time. Okay. 5 minutes. You got this hen, which at the time we did not know it was a hen, peeking its head up in the tall grass. So all you could see was the head. So I hit the little full clutch HRX anodized aluminum call, just a couple little purrs and little yelps. And that thing started putting back, and then it kind of worked up behind us, got behind us, started working away. And I'm like, man, just in case there's a gobbler there, like I need to try to hit this one more time because we're winding down. It's the very last minute. And so I hit it again. Well, then here comes that hen at 3 yards to his left. Okay. So, like, this kid is side eyeing this turkey and he's giving it the old business look and he didn't know what to think. But then it went ahead and fed right in front of us at 5 yards. Okay. So now paint this picture: decoys in front, Jake with two feeding hens, and then we are literally leaned against what I call trash trees or whatever, just junk trees that are grow anywhere. Just leaning against them in the shade, nothing in front of us, no blind, no nothing, out in the open. This bird stayed there for an hour and 5 minutes after shooting time. And Hunter was so upset because, number one, at the point in time that he didn't get to see no gobblers and he didn't get a chance to do that, he was so ticked that he had to sit there and wait on that deer because he was hungry. Or wait on that deer. Hold on. I was trying to read Doug Light's comment. He was waiting on that turkey and it would feed down, start to go away, come back, start to go away, come back, go away, come back. Well, finally it went away for a little bit and we're like, okay, good. It's going. We literally start to move and I'm like, Hunter, crap, hit the deck, came back. So it was a cat and mouse game. It was funny. It made him very frustrated, but it was part of what made the day because he got so much up close and encounters with that turkey that it was cool. All right. So now cue the second part of that was funny is the deer that scared the crap out of him was like, I don't know. I think that deer was 25 yards from us, maybe. And just all of a sudden, went back around. And you just see it go like a lightning bolt. And I've never seen this kid jump so high in my life. Now, because keep in mind, cue in, we're walking into the woods. It's whatever, shooting time, I think, is 6:25. It's been a long time since this morning. So 6:25. So we went ahead and we were walking down the path because we were trying to see which way they're going to pitch, because yesterday they pitched a different way and we did this and did that. So then we heard them. So we tried to set up. So we're going down, walking slow, listening to the gobbles, deciding where to go in, going. So not paying any attention to anything else around you. And all of a sudden this deer goes, and it just, again, was one of those things that you'll never forget it. He'll never forget it. I won't forget it. And it was a pretty amazing opening youth weekend. And we'll get to hopefully live it again next week. Sonny, I don't remember what year you joined, buddy. It had to be pretty close to the beginning. I think it might even have been when we were Garrett Outdoors, but I don't remember. I'll have to look at how many years you've been there. John says, snowed Friday here, and it's 74 now. That's insane. Doug, I couldn't agree with you more, buddy. That is definitely what it is all about. The gobbler just scared me. He came in silent because he came right behind the blind. I called and his gobble was so loud I wasn't inspecting it. Hey, that is what it's all about. So again, guys, I think that the most that I can take out of all this is expect the unexpected, right? So number one, the people and the kids absolutely blew me away at the show. The people that helped, the people that showed up that cared enough to ask our story and, wanted to know what we were all about and what we did. Um, and the people that gave the kids the time of day, the kids that made the people feel welcome and helpful. And then on top of that, like you look at those things, okay. So and then queuing the next thing. And then as the weekend comes in, right? Like you start queuing in all these different things and getting pictures and reminiscing memories and adding up the total bird score with our new contest because of the belt and all this different stuff. It's it's insane the amount of memories and things that add up to what we have going on, and just we're beyond thankful. I mean, again, like I said, there's been a lot of things to be thankful for. We're thankful to be able to play a small part, and to impact people is really what we are thankful for. Um, Adams has been raining nonstop in Michigan, very wet out. Opening day for them turkeys in Michigan was today, but sadly couldn't make it out today. Dang it, Adam. Well, hopefully you get a chance to get out there tomorrow or next, the next time there. Doug Lights talking to JDT, wishing I could have made it out to the show. Hey, Nicole, she is on watching the live. So Nicole's husband, Glendon, is, you can't play favorites, but dude, the best part is like you just have those people that like make the day fun, and the whole part of work is fun. And then their one son that comes in, both the kids are fun. But the one son that comes in, Jay, and I'll call him and he comes up and gives me knuckles. Like it's the stuff that makes work fun. So it's the little things in life. So again, hello. Um, he's watching too. All right, buddy. Well then, what up, dude? Hey, knuckles through the computer. And that's awesome. I appreciate it. Oh shoot. But no, guys. So honestly, that's really what tonight's been about. And again, hopefully next week I won't be solo. I think so. John won't have such a hefty. Let's try that again. John won't have such a hectic schedule next week. T-Bone maybe won't be mowing any grass, and then we will get Ing down here and get all that stuff going. Dilly's in the house. What's up, Dilly? How are you, my friend? So guys, again, as we're talking about, these are all the stories. Like, see all these people, like, and some of these people never never met some of them in person. Some of them I met once. Some of them you've only had conversations with. But again, it's the culture, it's the things that you build, it's the business that you build, it's what you want in order to leave a legacy for our future generations. Because if there's one thing that this show gave me the opportunity to think about and to make sure that we were doing, was that our future generations need us. We don't have enough people. The guys at Monster Catfishing, the catfishing show there, they gave away a bunch of poles to a lot of kids and made sure to get fishing in the hands. We did some hunting giveaway stuff. We couldn't have done that without our partners from Epic Shot Shell, from Chase and Whitetail. Those guys both participated in. Blue Collar Boys hit it out of the park. They showed up. They didn't even tell me they were. This is just tells you something about them boys. They didn't even tell me that they were jumping in on it. They just got there and they jumped in on it. So Blue Collar Boys, Epic Shot Shell, Chase and Whitetail, all those guys made it happen for some kids, which is what it's all about. Yep, Sonny, we have met at the bash, buddy. But that's what it's all about. So we do have to do another giveaway for youth, because I did promise you, for anybody that was not at the show or could not make the show, that we would make sure that happens online. So I will get together with the crew. We will figure it out, and we will make sure that happens for you. Because again, we are people of our words. And again, I just told you, it's all about the future generation. So we got to figure out something, whether it be hunting, fishing, we'll figure out something. We'll make sure some kid's day is made. And depending on what we can put together, we may or may not put, try to do a couple kids online as well, since we ended up doing a couple kids in person, just to make sure more kids have the opportunity. So again, those are all good things. So before I hop off for tonight, because again, you guys have been listening to me babble for about 35 minutes, but I wanted to make sure that we kind of gave you an update on the show. We gave you an update on Ohio Opener, and then we gave you an update on the things that dropped on the website. So again, if you were just tuning in, we have 6 new hats on the website. Okay. Oops. Camera always gets me. This is one of them. There's 4 duck camos and 2 mossy oak bottomlands. There is 2 new shirts that just dropped. There's the JuJu Junior. The JuJu Wick is coming back, and you never know. You may see a koozie or 2 pop into your bag, and then if you didn't see it, make sure you head over to the Blue Collar Boys page, scroll down till you find it, and look at their camera cover that those guys came up with. That also doubles as a butt pad in case you're turkey hunting and you don't want to sit on the ground. It's got multiple purposes. They're a great bunch of people, and you just need to make sure that we, help each other out, because that's what we do. So if you all don't have nothing, are you going to do some? Yeah. So Sonny, that's what I was just talking about. So for the kids that could not make it to the show, we are going to do something. I got to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. And yeah, we're going to make sure it happens, because those kids need to have it. Kevin Dilly, you heard that right, buddy. The JuJu is back. And for those of you before the next show that you don't know what JuJu is, look up the definition of JuJu, because I tell you what, the magic has never stopped. So you're right. Dilly Dilly says, never stepped at using mine from the original production. Means more than you know, Mr. Dilly Dilly. But guess what? We will have more. And these new ones are a little bit longer, have a little bit different design to make it a little easier for you to move and mobile, because as things evolve and change, how we have them interlocked and do all that stuff is definitely different than we did before, and how we interlocked it to each other and heat shrink. Just wait till you see the picture. You'll kind of be able to tell, but then once you see it in person, you'll see what I mean, because we kind of weaved it through the center to try to make it easier, so that we don't have to have as many things when you do that. So, Sonny, yes, it's different. Still basically the same design. You still, the biggest difference is it's going to have a self loop, but instead of just being pinched together, we basically wove it through the middle of the other rope. So if you can imagine a loop and then come back through and then come down and then a heat shrink, and then the bottom is the same heat shrink with the same amount of tassel basically at the bottom. Sonny, we will never, it is Jewett is what it is. It's the same as the original design. We didn't change the rope. We didn't change anything. It's the same design. I mean, honestly, from everything that we had, we know that there's other people that have different brands of rope and other people that have different things that work for them. But I will tell you that I know that a lot of people liked our original JuJu, so we figured we're not going to change right now. Nice. I have a few right. Meow. That's right. Adam, that's what I say. Right? Meow. Got to change a few of them. But yeah, we will have them up. I just am currently making the graphic for the website, because for whatever reason it saved the JuJu Junior graphic, but it didn't save the original JuJu Wick. I guess that's the price you pay for being your own graphics design team. I don't know, or it could be the price that you pay for being cheap. I mean, however you want to put it, but yeah, no, because everything on the website is done by me. Everything that is kind of done through that way. I mean, we may get some pictures and stuff from some of the staff and the family, but everything that you see on there and the layout and all the inner workings is basically set up and kind of orchestrated by me. That is all behind the scenes. So bear with me, and I will get that back up and rocking and rolling. But again, guys, like I said, couldn't do this without you. We really definitely appreciate all the support, and hopefully you guys like those new designs on the shirts, like the new designs on the hats. And it seems like we already got a couple happy hunters that are excited to have the JuJu back. So we are excited to bring them things back in to production and get those rocking and rolling right in time for mock season. And let me tell you, Mock season is going to hit a whole lot different, only because of the fact that, again, we get to get back to our grassroots family, our product, what works, what we do. And again, it's just all about taking HRX train to the next stop. So without you guys, we couldn't take that train to the next stop. We were super excited to keep this train moving forward. And the only way we're going to move it forward is to keep dropping things. And so that's why we felt like it was time for some new swag. We felt like it was perfect time to drop the swag and the Juju and Juju Jr. at the show, because again, what better way to break in show season than with new products? So do you guys have anything for me before I head out? Because if not, guys, it is Sunday night. I'm going to call it wraps. And I will see you all on the flip side if you guys don't have anything. I'll wait for a couple seconds. And then you guys know I do my normal wind down with the song anyway. So while I'm waiting to see if anybody pops in, seriously, guys, we appreciate you. Again, Hunting RX wouldn't be what it is today without every one of you. So again, whether you're there and you share and you comment or you like the page or you do or support us in any way, we thank you. We appreciate you. Whether you listen to the podcast and share the podcast, we appreciate you just the same. It's not about spending money. It's about the support that you guys give us that allow us to be the home of the average Joe and blue collar worker. And that's what we really thank you for, because again, that's what we want to be. We want to be your home and your one-stop shop for the average Joe. So with that being said, it looks like everybody says has a fantastic evening. So we're going to have a fantastic evening. We're going to hit this music, end with this tune. And as Doug Light says, we're tuning out from Jack Wolfman.
I'm always up on time, down on my luck. Got a brand new payment on an old worn out truck. Papa told me back when I was 9, someday this farm, it'll be all mine. Now I walk these woods with kids of my own. It's been 12 years since.
All right, y'all. So I just wrapped up the podcast portion of it. Just hit the unrecord button so that way I can get that audio put up on the good old Podbean. But Dilly, definitely appreciate you. Dude, the excitement is kind of what has me ready to kind of get this thing kicked back off. Bob Carey, muskrat trapping is something I want to hear how that goes. And then Sonny, to answer your question before we hop off here, you do not add the second bird with the first one. You can swap birds. So if your second bird is bigger, you can swap that for the first bird. The only thing you can do is if you have multiple birds, there is what's called the turkey slayer spot that you could try to get. And that is basically the turkey hunter that takes the most turkeys. So if that's something you want to try to do, buddy, I know you're going for your second Kentucky. So, hey, let her rip, tater chip. But no, guys, seriously, thank you. Appreciate you. I hope you all have a fantastic night. And again,